Okay, y'all, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be doing a full review on the Rekluse clutch. If you're not familiar with what a Rekluse clutch is, it is a clutch that allows your bike to essentially be automatic. And I put it in one of my bikes. Let's go take a look at that bike. I'm going to tell you what I think about it. And in today's video, I'm going to tell you exactly what I do and don't like about it, whether you should or shouldn't use it, and I'm going to take you on a beautiful ride. Let's go. Okay, this is my 2009 Harley Davidson Sportster, kind of modified into a dirt bike, and this bike indeed does have a Rekluse clutch. I put the clutch in it a few years back when I was running through the Northeast, running across one of the BDRs. My standard regular old clutch had gone out. This is some aggressive riding on these bikes through the dirt, and the clutch was old, and I think whoever had the bike before me was pretty hard on it, and it went out pretty quick on me. I decided to put in a Rekluse clutch. Let me tell you why I chose a Rekluse clutch. Years ago, I did a trip called the Trans-America Trail where I rode from the East Coast to the West Coast off-road. It is a really epic ride, and I rode on a Honda Africa Twin. And when I bought that bike, I was talked into trying their DCT transmission. It was like an automatic transmission. And I was a little reluctant to do something automatic, but I was talked into it, so I went for it, and I loved it. This transmission performed flawlessly across the Trans-American Trail. I found very few situations where I didn't like it. 99% of the time, it was the perfect fit for my ride. So a Rekluse clutch does essentially the same thing as that DCT transmission in the Honda did. It allows you to not have to pull in the clutch to shift gears. It allows your left hand to be free. Now this can be used for things like off-road, like I just spoke about, or it can be used for people who maybe can't work a clutch with their left hand. Maybe it was injured. You know, I had used a Rekluse clutch in the past for a trike I built for a veteran who had been blown up and unfortunately was not able to use his left hand.
Today is a day where Scooter and I honor war hero Matthew Bowman with his very own trike.
Mr. Bowman, I'm very excited to present to you this motorcycle that we've been working on, and I hope it changes your days to come. Let's see that devil dog.
So there's a lot of reasons that a Rekluse clutch may work for you, and it can solve a lot of problems out there because the clutch can be a sticking point when it comes to riding a motorcycle in certain situations. Since I installed the Rekluse clutch in this bike, I have had a few problems, okay? So my first clutch, I could never get it set right. It was always constantly slipping on me anytime I wanted to lay into some power. I got it adjusted 2 or 3 times, and let me tell you, the adjustment to these things is finicky. You have to really know what you're doing, and there's some pretty detailed instructions on how to adjust it, and nobody could get it adjusted just right. Rekluse sent me another clutch. I put that new clutch in, and soon ran into the same problems. Recently, I had this thing doing some drag racing at a party out here in Arkansas, which is where we are right now, the beautiful state of Arkansas in the Ozark Mountains. We are actually in a little town called Eureka Springs, and this is my campground called the Green Tree Lodge, soon to be rebranded to the Route 62 Motor Resort, because the ride I'm taking you guys on today is Route 62, and it's beautiful. Fact of the matter is, the concept of the Rekluse clutch, if you know how to adjust it properly, if you're capable of adjusting it properly, I think they say you're supposed to adjust it like every time you ride, it might be a really good thing. But for me, I'm not adjusting a clutch every time I ride, and I have to bring it somewhere to get it adjusted. Like today, I'm taking Route 62 down to Pig Trail Harley Davidson in Rogers, Arkansas, and I'm gonna either have them adjust this clutch again, or I'm gonna pull it out altogether and put in a normal clutch, because riding around with a slipping clutch is a very annoying thing, and I just don't want to do it anymore. So I think I'm just gonna opt for a new clutch, but I may let them talk me into trying to adjust it one more time. So like right now, I'm at a stoplight, and if I let go of my brake, got my brake on down there, if I let go of it for just a minute, my bike walks forward. Clutch is all the way in. Bike walks forward. So not only does it slip when I'm giving it power up these hills, it's also not allowing me to stop unless I find neutral or stand on the brake. And we have arrived at Pig Trail Harley Davidson in Rogers, Arkansas Service Department. I'm gonna let these boys figure it out. Boys and girls, of course, because it's doing everything you don't want it to do. On a big steep inclines, coming up them hills, losing power, it's just slipping. If you don't know what a slipping clutch is, it's just when you let your clutch out and you give it throttle and the RPMs go up, but the power doesn't go up to match the RPMs. And then at the stops, like I showed you, I could have my clutch in and I'd have to stand on that brake pedal just to get the bike to stop. And I just want to walk away with the clutch in. So we're gonna get in here, get into the service department and get it fixed. Gotta have it. And Pig Trail's got it. All right, I have made the decision to just go back to Screaming Eagle or clutch plates. We're not gonna mess with this Rekluse stuff anymore. So on a scale of 1 to 10, the Rekluse is a good thing if you absolutely need it and you're able to adjust it. But if you're like me and you just wanna ride, it's just not where it's at, man. I don't think I'll ever put a Rekluse back in one of my bikes. You can do other research and find out if that answer works for you. For the meantime, I'm gonna see if they got some parts for one of my other bikes. For my boy.
What is up, my
That's
brother?
me. What's happening, man? How you doing?
Adam, man.
Good to see you.
Great to see you, my friend. What's up? Come here, man. Let's get
All right, give me some love. Give me some love, brother.
Good to see you,
Good
man.
to see you too, man. All right, guys, you guys check it out. Do what you want. Me, no more Rekluse clutches for me.